So this is another intentionally vulnerable virtual machine provided by Rapid7. Metasploitable 3 is a VM that is built from the ground up with a large amount of security vulnerabilities. It's intended to be used as a target for testing exploits with Metasploit. Metasploitable 3 is released under a BSD style license. Now, previous versions of Metasploitable were distributed as a VM snapshot where everything was set up and saved in that state. Introducing Metasploitable 3 because it brings in a new approach, dynamically building the VM image. So it utilizes Packer, Vagrant, as well as a ton of other scripts to go from nothing to a fully functional, exploitable VM within minutes. Now, since there are a lot of vulnerabilities in it, please, again, and I repeat, do not use the virtual machines in bridge mode. Why is that? Say it with me. Someone in that network might hack the vulnerable virtual machine and try to access the host machine, which means your computer. Whose computer is it anyway? So you will scan and exploit this machine to gather what you might expect from the course as well. So the installation of Metasploitable 3 will take some time, so I advise you to be patient. Maybe go get some coffee and a roll. Maybe bake the roll as well. I'm just kidding. But it's going to take a little while. So let's do it by installing Packer first. Packer is the first candidate to install, so you should download the suitable version and configure it correctly. So let's go back to your browser and type Metasploitable 3 into the address bar. Now, if you use Google, the first row will be the GitHub page for Metasploitable 3. However, don't click on it yet. I want to go to the second row. See, so this is a post about Metasploitable 3. It gives us some very useful information about Metasploitable 3 and explains some details on how to create it. So 3 is different from Metasploitable 2 and some other virtual machines. This time you create a VM from the very beginning. Now, to create the machine, you should also do some other installations. And that's right. So the first one is Packer. And to install Packer, follow this link. And from the download page, choose your suitable flavor. In my case, I'm going to download the 64-bit version of Packer for Windows. And I'll click here to download. Then after the downloading finishes, I'm going to go to my Downloads folder, right-click on the Packer archive, and extract it. Okay, so now go into that folder and copy the packer.exe file. Now you should open C Drive and go to Program Files. Click Home. New folder, and go ahead and give the folder a name. Let's pick Packer. Now paste the copied file into this folder. But before leaving this window, press the Windows address bar and copy the path to that folder. Now you should open the Windows Control Panel, click System, and over here on the left pane, go to Advanced System Settings. Now click Environmental Variables and come down to the System Variables part below. Now under here, you're going to see some system environmental variables listed. So let's find the path variable. Choose it by clicking and hit the Edit button. Click New from the opening window. And now you can paste the path that you copied before. Click OK, OK again, and then OK again. So now I'm going to close all the open windows so that I can have just a little bit of space on my desktop. Okay, so now open the Windows command line. Type in packer.exe. See if the installation is okay, and sure enough, the Packer command and help menu come out. So, look at that. We have successfully installed Packer. Now let's install the next requirement for Metasploitable 3.